Before we try to fix anything or diagnose anything, I want you to sit with me in this space for a moment. I want you to lower your defenses, and I want you to ask yourself three questions. Question one, when you look at your phone on a Friday evening and see no notifications, no plans, and just a long stretch of silence, do you feel peace, or do you feel a sharp, gnawing sense that you are somehow defective? Question two, have you ever found yourself sitting in a room full of people, maybe co-workers, maybe old schoolmates, and realized with a sudden, terrifying clarity that you are actually more lonely with them than you are when you are by yourself? And the third, most difficult question, what if your isolation isn't a punishment? What if the fact that you don't fit in isn't a sign that you are broken, but a sign that you are evolving into something that the current people in your life simply cannot accommodate? If you answered yes or felt a pang of recognition, then this essay is for you. We live in a world that treats popularity as a currency. If you have friends, you are wealthy. If you are alone, you are bankrupt. But today, I want to challenge that narrative. I want to look at what a lack of friends really means through the lens of psychology and Stoicism. We aren't here to give you tips on how to win friends. We are here to figure out why your soul has chosen solitude and what you are supposed to do with it. Let's start with the pain. The pain of having no friends usually stems from a psychological concept called social mirroring. We learn who we are by seeing ourselves reflected in the eyes of others. When there is no one around to reflect us, we feel like we are fading away. We feel invisible. But here is the hard truth that society doesn't tell you. Most friendships in the modern world are not bonds of the soul. They are bonds of utility, they are bonds of proximity, or worst of all, they are bonds of mutual distraction. Many people surround themselves with noise because they are terrified of what they might hear if it ever got quiet. If you currently lack friends, it might be because you have unconsciously lost the ability to fake it. This is not a social failure. It is a psychological intolerance for superficiality. Carl Jung, the great psychologist, spoke about the process of individuation, the path to becoming your true self. This path is almost always walked alone. If you are in a phase of life where you are deeply questioning your values, your career, or your past trauma, you become heavy to people who just want to float on the surface. So, the first reframing is this. Your lack of friends might not mean you are unlikable. It might mean you are currently incompatible with the shallow end of the pool. You are looking for depth in a world that is obsessed with width. The Stoics, particularly Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, had a profound relationship with solitude. They distinguished clearly between being alone and being lonely. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self. When you say, "I have no friends," a Stoic would ask, "But do you have yourself?" Seneca warned against the mob. He believed that every time he went out among the crowds, he returned a smaller man. He understood that the wrong company corrupts our character faster than isolation ever could. Think about the times you forced a friendship just to avoid being alone. You laughed at jokes you didn't find funny. You complained about things you didn't care about. You suppressed your true thoughts to keep the peace. That is a form of self-betrayal. A lack of friends can be a form of protective quarantine. Your psyche is protecting you from bad influences. It is clearing the deck. The Stoic concept of autarkia, self-sufficiency, doesn't mean you don't need humans. We are social animals. But it means your stability does not depend on their validation. If you are currently alone, the universe has given you a rare gift, the opportunity to build a relationship with yourself that is so strong, no future rejection can ever shake it. You are not stranded on a desert island. You are sitting on a throne in an empty castle. There is a difference. Let's get personal. I want you to look at your life right now. Usually, a lack of friends happens during transition periods. You are shedding an old skin, but the new one hasn't hardened yet. You aren't who you used to be, so your old friends don't fit. But you aren't yet who you are becoming, so your new tribe hasn't found you yet. You are in the hallway, the space between doors. This is the incubation period. In nature, metamorphosis requires a cocoon. A cocoon is a lonely place. It's tight, it's dark, and it's solitary. If a caterpillar had a friend in there with it, the transformation wouldn't work. If you are alone right now, ask yourself, what is trying to be born? Are you healing from a toxic relationship? Are you building a business? Are you recovering from burnout? The lack of friends is creating the necessary vacuum for your energy. It is conserving your resources. If you were out every Friday and Saturday night, draining your social battery, you wouldn't have the energy for the internal work you are doing right now. Accept this season. Stop fighting the silence. Listen to it. So, what does a lack of friends really mean? It means you are discerning. It means you are undergoing a transformation. It means you are no longer willing to betray yourself for the sake of not looking weird. Eventually, this season will end. You will find your people again, but they won't be people of circumstance or convenience. They will be people of alignment. You will attract them not by chasing them, but by becoming so solid in your own identity that they are drawn to your gravity. But for now, honor the void. I want to hear from you. I want to turn the comments section of this video into the tribe you think you don't have. Answer me this in the comments below. If you stopped viewing your solitude as a failure and started viewing it as training, what is one thing you could focus on building in yourself right now? Is it your health, a creative project, or just your peace of mind? Write it down. Let's witness each other's solitude. Thank you for listening. You are not alone. You are just a part. There is a difference.